Hello everybody, welcome back to the Elite League with myself, Epidamnos. Joining me is Danog. We've just had ourselves game 3 out of possibly 5 with 9 Pandas versus Yellow Submarines. Now, Yellow Submarines, they have actually turned game 3 around and have got themselves one game in the bag. It is currently 2-1 to 9 Pandas at the moment, and we're currently ready for game 4 with the draft underway. Danog, how are you feeling, man, with game 4 getting underway? Do you think Yellow Submarines could potentially equalize this, or do you think 9 Pandas have learned from some of the mistakes played in game 3 and are going for the victory?
I just want to see more Dota, to be perfectly honest. I'm trying to think, what happened with the... Who had last pick of the overall draft? Was it Magnus? I feel like it was Magnus last pick, right?
Let me have a look, because it'll remind me. Because I remember what was... It was... Let me see, what was the last pick? Arc Warden was picked, then it was... Yeah, I'm sure I'm sure Yellow Submarine had last pick.
Brew's second last pick, I believe, and then Magnus was a response to that, just because they needed something else to be able to control it. So basically, that game, they had the last overall pick on Yellow Submarine, and oddly enough, they had the choice this game, and they chose to have first pick for themselves. So it's 2 games now out of the 3 that have been played. At least. I can't remember what happened in Game 1, but Game 2, it was 9 Pandas able to take the W because of that last pick overall OD that just completely tore them a new one. Like, there was nothing that they could do with that pick. That was the true gotcha of the entire draft. So it's a little odd that Yellow Submarine have just gone ahead and given up that, that second pick priority, that draft ender, over to 9 Pandas. So we'll have to see what that means. Like, clearly they have something in mind. Clearly they want to get on the front foot and open up with a hero that they feel like 9 Pandas has been contesting a little bit too much for their liking. I don't want to see a frickin' CM with this first pick, though.
You know what? I wouldn't mind with Butterfly going Lunar again. I mean, they almost had success in Game 1. Game 3, it went really, really well. I think they can do well.
Well, Game 1 was Sven, right?
Oh, wait. I swear they had a game where... Oh, it was
Not today.
Yeah. I swear they have had good success, though, in the past where Butterfly has played Luna, and it's been gone well.
They've never had a game with Butterfly where he just gets absolutely ruined in terms of his net worth, right? Like, he always gets farmed. They've not shut him down once. It really just comes down to the supporting cast.
I'm thinking of the game where it was against 1 win. That's what I'm thinking of when Yellow Submarine actually played Luna, and it was a 59-minute game.
5 seconds remaining.
Well, clearly a Timbersaw is something that they're wanting to play around. It's something that they tried in game number 2, which was probably the most one-sided game of the entire series so far. It obviously didn't end up working out for them. Dragon Knight, happy with it. I mean, it is a little scary to play the DK into the Timbersaw for sure. He's one of the few heroes that can actually look to deal with you early on when you are a lot tankier than most other heroes. So it does provide them with a lot of lane pressure. But as long as Timber's got that that TP scroll available, he's always going to be able to respond to that early aggression. I almost wonder if they're going to go ahead and ban something like the Enchantress here on Yellow Submarine. It's not something that solo plays with massive regularity, but I think it would just be amazing this game in particular, just to have another instance of pure damage to be able to go in onto the Timbersaw, and even just it makes the lane so much more favorable for yourselves. You know, maybe they have a different attitude towards it though, right? Maybe they just want to have some additional lockdown for the Timber. This Crystal Maiden is gone, but we've seen plenty of heroes that have the capability to do burst magic damage as well as have a good amount of lockdown. Hoodwink is probably the main one that I'm thinking of here that can, run as position 4, can run as position 5. You've got a break with the sharpshooter, you've got damage amp with the Hunter's Boomerang. There's plenty of possibilities, and they have banned the Arc Warden, thankfully.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised that they pick up Timbersaw first pick again, because as you were saying, that game was very one-sided for the side of 9 Pandas.
It was because of the OD, though. That was one-sided. So Clearly, they feel that they've got another set of bans to be able to get rid of the OD. They feel like 9 Pandas probably aren't going to pick the OD now, just because it would leave them vulnerable to, you know, a little bit further aggression. Like, I think if 9 Pandas pick OD now, it's kind of nuts. If they were going to pick it at all, it will be with one of the their 3rd and 4th picks in this phase. But I don't think Yellow Submarine is going to have them get through until the last overall pick again. What are the other options that they could look to go for? Luna's still in the pool. Good against Timber. Good pusher. Certainly a possibility. If they ban the Terrorblade, maybe that's what they're thinking. Ban the Magnus, okay. Just take away some of their comfort there. Okay, sure. More push, but from a support. I like it. Antares and Solo both capable of playing it, but Solo, the clear standout so far.
I mean, they've been having good games with Pugner so far. I'm not sure if... they didn't have Pugner in Game 3. This was a Undying, and so far they've had success with Pugner, so they'll pick it again. Mars is banned, though, so obviously they did go the DK. What did they pick up? Shadow Demon. Now, Shadow Demon was something I think that... it wasn't... Was it? It was...
There was a Shadow Demon Mirana game. I think
that was 9 Pandas. Today. That was 9 Pandas up against 1 win. Yeah, so Shadow Demon has been proved to be quite a great hero in regards to saves. Techies comes out along with that Shadow Demon also. So quite some strong supports here. I mean, laning wise, Shadow Demon, he's kind of meh average. I know you got your Shadow Poison and stuff like that, but in terms of physical harassment, not that great. But he's a great saver, that's for sure, and a great setup for initiation, if need be, with the disruption.
Kind of feels a little like they want to go for a Luna for themselves here with the last pick overall on Yellow Submarine. Actually don't hate the Rubik this game. It's a really good response to the Timber Saw. The way to deal with Timber is magic or pure damage, so if you're able to steal that Chakram, you can often find yourselves being the one hero that's actually able to, you know, threaten the Timber, force him to stop just pushing in aggressively onto you at all times.
5 seconds.
I mean, the Netherward's going to give them a ton of value as well, though, so having to be a little bit mindful of how you play this Timber.
I'll tell you what, though, Danog, I think that was the first time we've seen a Rubik win a game, I'm sure.
Yeah, what's the win rate been so far on Old Mate Rubik? Let me have a quick look. It is 40%, so it's won a little bit. Out of 15 games. What is that? Quick maths. 15 games, 40%. 6? 6 out of... No, that's probably wrong. No, I think I'm right. Yeah, 6 out of 15. Not the worst, not the best. That was a quick Lifestealer pick, and it's a good Lifestealer pick as well. Something that's able to deal with the Dragon Knight, something that doesn't care about the Pugner, a natural Nullifier builder. You can even be a little bit of a... You have Timbersaw as a bit of a vehicle for yourself. You're a little bit more fast-paced than a Sven. Thing is, though, Shadow Demon and the Techies aren't necessarily fast-paced themselves. I'm going to need to see a little bit more pushing ability with Yellow Submarine with this last overall pick that they've got for themselves. It's something that can deal percentage damage even better, but I don't think a hero like that exists in Dota right now. Ringmaster, maybe? Has the patch dropped?
10 seconds remaining.
We can only hope.
5 seconds remaining.
So Puck is always on the phase of banning. This Puck will not be picked unless it's first or second pick.
What do you reckon they're thinking? They wouldn't try and get away with the Keeper of the Light, would you think? Like, just to keep these people pressured away from your towers, more magic damage to do with them prior to BKB, something with Chakra Magic to be able to buff up the Timbersaw. It might just be mid-Timber, right? Like, 9 Pandas are going to be the ones that decide how the lanes match up. You don't want the DK laning into the Timbersaw, so it's going to need to be Yellow Submarine revealing the situation first.
Yeah, I feel it's Timber mid. I feel if they went Kotl, it would be decimated if Sven was able to jump upon him.
Do you reckon they got a Razor on Yellow Submarine
10
just to
seconds
block
remaining.
it from being picked against their own Lifestealer as like a mid or an off lane?
5 seconds
Also,
remaining.
going to be not too bad against a DK to be able to follow them up. Like, you can decrep them, but they're still going to get that steal off. Also, something else that's just able to use the plasma field to potentially stop some of those pushes from coming through. The thing is, though, they would be basically completely lacking in any kind of control if they went down that route. So maybe they're leaning towards something more like a Pangolier instead.
Yeah, I think they can get away with not picking Razor here. I mean, Shadow Demon and Techies can always stop the static link with the disruption here or the blast off.
No, I meant the
Advanced.
Yellow Submarine. Maybe go
Centaur!
They're gonna go the Centaur instead.
How did we forget about that hero?
It's been a long day. That's how. Alright, what are you wanting to have with this Centaur? Just something to hold him in place. Puck's already banned. Another stun on the Storm Spirit's been removed from the pool. You would have to assume this is going to be a Timbersaw mid now. So DK is going to be laning into the lifesteal. It doesn't feel
5
too great
seconds
for him.
remaining.
Anything in the mid lane that's going to be able to stop the retreat coming through from the lifestealer, and something that's good against tanky boy heroes as well. Is it a bad OD game? Can you still make it work?
I mean, Stampede, they're going to be on top of you. They're going to go
Ooh.
Zeus. Zeus has an escape, but
Zeus has an escape. They have ways to be able to get on top of you, but that percentage damage feels real nice. And you know, you're going to have the luxury of playing together with Solo, so you're always going to have plenty of mana to be able to just stay out on the map. Someone to build stacks for you. Both him and Dark Lord will be looking to share those somewhat. I don't know how I feel about this. I haven't seen too much Zeus in pro scene in recent times. I think the top post on Reddit right now is we're in 2024 and we've got a support Terrorblade supporting for a carry Zeus. Well, let's see if Kiyotaka is able to carry them from the mid lane to that spot in the Elite League. They've got one win left that they need to obtain on 9 Pandas. Yellow Submarine still in a do-or-die situation. They want to force this to a game number 5. Who you favouring, Epi?
Honestly, I think I'm going to go with Yellow Submarine here. I definitely like the saves that they have that they can use against Fen. I'm not particularly a fan of Zeus here. They may prove me wrong and just win the game. But when I tend to see Zeuses that go magical, I think the only thing impactful is the Thunder God's ultimate, which deals quite a lot of damage. And then from there on out, it's just tickly around about the late stage of the game, because maybe perhaps even Centaur here might build a Pipe of Insight. I definitely like the Lifestealer compared to the Sven. I feel like if he builds himself in a Sulcuress or something like that, then he can man up. Just got to be careful of things like Bloodthorn, though, because we have seen it where Lifestealer has been decimated by a Sven before through the use of a Bloodthorn. But yeah, I'm not particularly a fan of Zeus. Anytime I've seen a Zeus come out, it's either been... It hasn't scaled throughout the late game, or I think someone's completely ruined it by going a carry build and then absolutely griefed. So maybe perhaps I haven't seen, you know, a very good Zeus in a long while in the pro scene, but it's up to Kiyotaka now to relight that fire if I think that Zeus is good in this pro scene.
I mean, Kiyotaka himself is a very good player, so if there's anyone that could make you a believer, it's him. The thing I'm wondering about is, like, what timing is he playing for? Because with Zeus, there's a fair few that you can look to play around. I mean, you pick it when they don't have backline dive. They kind of do. You pick it when they don't have heroes that like to go BKB or have, you know, a lack of magic resistance. Well, they kind of have those as well. But what you do is you do a lot of that percent damage, right, against 3 really tanky heroes. So is it going to be just relying exactly on the Arc Lightning? Are they going to be playing for the level 20, so you get plus 6% on top of that? Or are they going to be even playing for the Lightning Hands, so that you're, you know, using a lot more of those Arc Lightnings frequently in the fights? I just don't know how readily he's going to be able to get a lot of these right clicks off, even with the bonus 100 attack range that you get once you pick up that Aghanim Shard. They're running into each other here, both under vision, by the way. 9 Pandas have been very disciplined to not reveal that they know exactly what's going on. I think they want to try and get that surprise go on the backlines. Here we go, Dark Lord's going in.
Oh, Stormhammer onto 2, the Blood Grenade being committed there. Rue will most likely fall, yes. Rue's gone, along with the Centaur too. And indeed, you were right, Danog, just baiting there with that Observer. I mean, they have the Observer up there themselves. So
that's why it was so important for them to just, like, as soon as they see them, don't instantly turn towards them, right? Or don't instantly react. Just act like there's nothing there. You know that they weren't in a position to immediately kill you. And look at the result. 2 kills to be able to start this game off. And more importantly, it's Kiyotaka on that Zeus that they picked as this last overall pick to be able to get them the win. It's a really early bottle that's going to be coming out to him as a result.
Quite a lot of mana used for that first blood, though. But we'll hopefully make it up here with obtaining that bottle and the water rune spawning in about a minute.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Rubik and Dragon Knight, though. So, Rubik games for us, Danog, they've been pretty underwhelming. And with the heroes that 9 Pandas have, do you think before you like move away, Sven? Think about they're just 4 heroes. Do you think that 9 Pandas are going to be able to create the space here, especially with Rubik, in order for Sven to farm up?
Again, I feel like the main hero that they're worried about is the Timbersaw, right? And I feel like they've got 2 heroes that are going to be able to deal with it. Maybe even 3. You know, the Pugna Netherward is going to be very effective against it. You've got the Rubik able to steal the Chakram that's going to be very effective with the pure damage. And you've got the Zeus as well. So, I feel like it's actually not going to be all that bad. As Kiyotaka's even going to get even more XP in this lane, getting his own D-ward off. I think they've got the responses to this. I mean, the first blood on the Zeus really does sway this much more in my in how I feel towards 9 Pandas. Like, I felt like it was so important for Zeus to get off to a good start. Obviously, most of the time you're going to have a good time against the Timbersaw anyway, just because of, you know, how you're forced to play. He hasn't gone the magic stick just yet.
We'll actually survive from the blood grenade there, still hiding around in the trees. It's fairly low though, only has like 1 tango. So has to hide in the trees. Has he got a regen coming? Yeah, he's got a healing salve on the courier. So Antara should be fine.
Honestly surprised at how much regen they've forced Butterfly to have to invest into. He's already being fed over tangos by Asdecor. So Tara's certainly living on the edge, but doing a pretty good job at it. You can trade better than a lot of these support heroes, as the Rubik, of course, with the Fade Bolt and that attack damage reduction. So the fact that they're forcing them to burn so much regen is a huge positive sign for them.
And mid is looking pretty even here right now. Just both of them getting CS, but then level 6 wife, both heroes should be online for the early phase.
It's all about just maxing out that Arc Lightning, right? You want that % damage as high as possible. You want to be shoving waves in so that you're forced to defend against that, as opposed to defending an eventual tower push by Alberca once he hits up onto that level 6 mark. And it's just going to enable your farming capabilities so much more. He's nearly got the Arcane Boots as well, finished up by Kiyotaka.
Kill maybe on Rue? They commit the Blood Grenades, Dark Lord pursuing. Use the Healing Lotus, and Rue going to commit the Healing Salve, will be fine. But that Healing Salve's used will have to definitely go to base. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, they have found themselves Butterfly with that Blood Grenade. And Tares committing the level 2 Fade Bolt. And that was just with a level 1 Dragon Tail. No Breathe Fire. That'll get the kill on the carry. There's now maybe perhaps Centaur as well in the top lane. Disruption comes out there. Rue's actually not gone base. So if Rue had gone base, then that would have been a dead Centaur. And speaking of dead, takes out the courier from Dark Lord. His healing salve is no more.
Yeah, his presence here has been really valuable.
Action bottom.
Salve of his own.
Sorry, Danog. They get themselves
right.
Rubik. With a blast off there and a blood grenade. Oh. Action's never ending.
They got to get to level 4 on this lifestealer though. I'm sure he really wants to get into just the 1 point in the rage to be able to survive against the... You got to assume that there's some good movements that are eventually going to be coming from Kiyotaka, right? He's already level 6 and it's only 5 minutes in, so certainly could be a surprise factor. I think he actually backed off, so they haven't seen that he's quite up yet onto that level 6 for himself as he gets a bottle refill and a bounty refill. Everyone looks fairly healthy right now. Pessimist is the one that I would be most worried about, but doesn't seem like he's all that keen on just pushing into the lane, and even ferries himself out a salve and has the raindrops as well, so he should be fine.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the best thing about having a Zeus here in the pro scene, I guess, is obviously, of course, you're in communication with all of your team, so you can communicate when you want Thunder God's Wrath being committed, and if you have trust with your teammates, you can activate just that. So I guess there's always that benefit too.
They use the glyph nice and early on the Dire, I assume, to protect this creep wave, so you still get plenty of hits in from the siege creep onto the tier 1 tower. Should probably take it down to about half or so. Rubik more concerned with a few more rotations towards this mid lane. Won't be able to catch anyone as a result of it, though. Does take the bounty at least, but we're in a little bit of a holding pattern here. Trying to do their best to keep the siege creep alive, but won't result in it, unfortunately. It's completely out of mana off the back of that aggressive attempt. They need to push all the way back.
About to get those arcane boots though soon. Oh, there's the ult. There we go. Communicated that. Gets the kill onto Life Stealer. Happy days for Kiyotaka.
Also gives them a bunch of valuable information. Once again, pushing Pessimist out of the lane. Never feels too good, and they'll have their eye on the game timer as well. Just about that 7-minute mark. So I was wondering if maybe Dark Lord and Solo would want to make a play onto the Centaur, knowing that Rue is not going to be in the general vicinity. He's down making stacks, picking up a Wisdom rune, making sure that you're not falling too far behind, because every single lane is going well for the 9 Pandas.
They're committing for Albaca on the bottom lane here as well, committing the Rage, the Blood Grenade there, slowing down the DK, but underneath this tier 1 tower should get some extra armor, will be fine, thankfully regenning up with thanks to the Dragon's Blood. Okay, oh, Antares may die here from the level 3 sticky bomb, and will do so indeed with the final physical attack from Aztekor.
Surprised at how easily Butterfly was able to just walk underneath that tower. He's even getting chased down now by Lifestealer, just trying to force him away from getting any of these last hits. Took it personally, dying to that Thunder God's Wrath, and he's come back to this lane with a vengeance.
Bottle refill though for Kiyotaka.
There's always a silver lining, isn't there?
Yes. So they make it work, and meanwhile Solo, ooh, very close to death there.
He's got a regen rune available. Very happy to use that one. Maybe build up some additional farm by taking a bunch of these stacks. Just a couple built up inside of the ancient camp area, as we actually see a smoke come in from Kiyotaka. His first movement away from that mid lane.
Oh wow. This was through illusions as well, so maybe perhaps Butterfly thinks he's completely okay. The smoke is broken. Go attempt to go for him now, but thankfully was not able to get in range there for that telekinesis. It's quite short, so Butterfly able to use the Rage. He's fine, he's underneath the tower, so a little bit of time wasted there on Kiyotaka. Has to move back to the mid.
No stacks built up for Kiyotaka as well. I was thinking maybe if they were, he could spend some time inside of his own ancient camp area, let Solo soak a little bit of this mid, make sure he gets up onto that level 6 on the Pugna, uses the Decrep onto the Timber Saw. I like this little game of cat and mouse here, not wanting to commit the Timber Chain because he's wary of that Lightning Bolt mini-stun to be able to interrupt him. Ends up getting away as a result of just constant baiting out the cast time.
You actually do quite a bit of damage there from the Zeus. Since he only has level 1 reactive armor, not able to heal up as great. I mean, they did nerf the reactive armor long time ago. I remember when Timber Saws just used to stand behind the tier 1 tower at level 5.
Radiant structures are fortified.
You mean they don't still?
I don't really see them doing that anymore since they all max their nuke damage.
True, they're just killing people instead. There we go. Lane shoved in, forced to defend, can't contest the power rune.
Oh, blast off lands, Albaca. Oh, that's a lot of damage. A lot of damage. That Whirling Death level 4 with help from the Blast Off and the Proximity Mines. That is an easy kill picked up there onto the DK.
There's always some kind of trade that has to happen if you're giving up something as valuable as a power rune. Invis, not exactly the best one for Zeus to be able to make plays around with, right? Amplify damage, now that it works on spells, feels so much better for him. Of course, Arcane, Regen, enough said. Same sort of thing with Haste, just allowing you to get to those side lanes nice and quick. But what he does have nice and quick is the Phylactery as well. So a little bit of additional damage, a little bit of slow to potentially enable some catch-up there from the DK, a couple of extra ticks from the life drain. Eventually, I still really want them to give Solo just a little bit of XP, you know? He doesn't need to be overly greedy, just get up onto that level 6 so that Zeus is always in a position to be able to find kills and stay roaming around the map with the boys.
Some nice stacks made there by Antares, just double stacked within the triangle. They smoke up now, Kiyotaka and Antares, maybe perhaps looking to try and find Pessimist here. He's on his own on this top lane. I think Dark Lord needs to rotate in here with a Storm Hammer, just in order to secure the kill, because he does have Stampede, so he can just utilize that and move away, but they can steal it. There it is. They will steal the Stampede. Attempted TP will be cancelled there by the Storm Hammer. Very nicely played there by Nanpans.
Yeah, deliberately waiting until after he'd used the Stomp there to be able to use it on the creep wave. You can use Stomp anywhere, but you can't lose Double Edge anywhere, so on the retreat it was basically a guaranteed steal of the Stampede, which I'm sure Antares wants to hold on to that. You're going to have a rough time getting away from the Lifestealer, you're going to have a rough time getting away from the Timbersaw, so why not just hold on to it for now? Or Children as well, to be able to play around with. I wonder if he wants to make the move with just the cloak.
I mean, it's quite impactful now. A value cloak, 20% magic resist is quite a lot for 800 gold.
Yeah. It's always the question of just what is happening in the meantime. Yutaka hasn't gotten anything else since the Phylactery. Trying to consider what he's building into. Yeah, sure. Aether Lens. I have no problem with that. A little bit of mana regen. Can eventually build into the E-Blade as well if they do find a way to be able to get like Blink Dragon, Tail Stun, pick off. Pop the E-Blade on them, pop all your spells. Anyone's going to go down. Maybe not the Timber, but pretty much everyone else should just be food.
Armlet obtained though now on Butterfly. Wants to go for a Radiance here next.
Who are they going to be able to claim? DK just picked up his Blink Dagger. Feels confident to be able to go into this lane. Blast off. Is it going to be quick enough? Yeah, very nice dodge. Quick on the fingers is Alberca. Whenever anyone is missing off the map, he has got great game presence.
May actually run here into Timber. He's okay.
Yoinking away a little bit of the farm that they'd built up. Solo actually ending up walking into him, but the stack's
stolen
gone.
Stampede.
Yeah.
Rue is definitely dead there. Finding an easy kill. Onto the Pugnet.
Instantly going for the smoke after the fact as well, but there's a few smokes here that Kiyotaka and Antares have used that haven't really resulted in anything. You know, just getting the Thunder God's Wrath. That was what netted him that first kill. Ever since then, it's just been a little slower pace. Still top of the net worth. He's working towards that Aether Lens for himself, but I'm just trying to think what he would actually, in an ideal world, what exactly does he want to achieve here on Kiyotaka? Like, is it going to be taking away that mid-tier 1? Is it going to be enabling them to move into this Ancient Stack area? Look to steal a lot of that away if they're, you know, not quick on the button. Be able to yoink it all up. Or is it just play defense for now? Get into your later scaling items. Get those levels that you need.
Yeah, because this is my problem. I mean, with the Blink Dagger on DK, who can you play with right now on the side of 9 Pandas? Like, maybe perhaps, like, just solo Blink in there and Kiyotaka uses Thunder God's Wrath. But I can't see anything else. This is just going to be some sort of passive wait until Sven is confident that he can start joining the fights, and that's going to be a while away because he's opting to go for the BKB here.
The fact that Erase has the haste rune is really beneficial, though, for Yellow Submarine, because I feel like they want to use the Elder Dragon form on mid tower, and they want someone other than the Timbersaw to be the one defending it, right? But haste rune means that you don't need to waste the TP. You've always got that potential to rotate defensively and stop this push from happening. So they just want to keep playing around perhaps the siege creep coming in this next little bit. You can see the pings immediately going out here. Solo wants to play around mid. He wants to play with the boys. That's for a little bit of damage, but also just to scout out as Rubik might still get caught.
Oh my gosh! Okay, the nuke damage there from Erase is shown. Having a lot better Timbersaw game this time.
No Timber in mid. And in order to get up there, he would have had to TP, so they feel like this is a bit of an opening for them to hit in onto the Tier 1 tower. Solo at level 8, so plenty of capabilities to be able to take out this tower.
And look at the level comparison between the Timber and the Zeus here. Just joining in the fights on Timbersaw so much that it's been able to get level 14 compared to Kiyotaka. I mean, they do get themselves the tower with Solo rotating in here with the Never Blast, but as I say, this Zeus is not able to join fights here very much, just has to focus on trying to farm up and get some more items, because I feel like looking at the heroes, you're just unavailable to work with anyone else other than the DK and the Zeus. And that's it.
You don't normally look at it, 16.5 minutes in, but I just want to point out the difference between the last hits and denies between the Timbersaw and the Zeus. It's like a 70 last hit advantage going in favor of the Timbersaw, and it's not just any creeps, it's like multiple stacks of Ancients that 9 Pandas had actually built up for themselves. So not only are you denying that away from Dark Lord or the Zeus, but you're taking it for yourself, you're building up this net worth lead, and you're getting really valuable experience, like you mentioned. Level 15 now on the Timber. Wow.
This Tiara of Celamene is it's a very nice value item, though Timbersaw really suffers with mana sometimes, and the 6+ mana regen, plus the mana regen amplification from the Kaya.
Plus he's got 20 mana Shroud now as well. So plenty of tankiness to be able to deal with this. I mean, I'd say the main target that they're really, again, wanting to take out is Alberca. Of course, it's great to kill the Zeus, but it's just a little bit harder, right? As long as you can get the jump onto the DK, doesn't have the same tools at being able to escape as the Zeus does with the Heroic Leap. And well, he's actually got a pretty early Lightning Hands as well, so clearly does want to go down that route. Oh, he lucks out as well. He got the Grove Bow, the perfect item that you could hope for.
Okay, yeah, you can start to farm very quick now with the Lightning Hands.
Oh, we got an amp damage rune as well. Kiyotaka needs to be checked in these fights. They want to make sure that they're getting the jump in onto him, but just the positioning of Solo, he knows that this is coming. This is what happens when you've got years and years and years of pro Dota experience. Put yourself between the core and the rest of the team, and that's exactly what he's doing. Preemptively dropping down the Seats of Serenity just to make sure that maybe he lives for a second longer.
Timber, Erase, just found Dark Lord.
Won't be able to kill him, he's got the BKB. Would be nice to burn it though.
Revealed that by mine. So it is really going to be intriguing to see how Kiyotaka plays this Zeus, because these Lightning Hands, I've never seen this type of Zeus actually work. I mean, out of all the games I've seen, I don't think we've come to see it. But an attempt on Alberca's life. They will find Antares, maybe perhaps. Sticky Bomb slowing him down. Yep, they find the kill. Although, yeah, Sven stops the TP there. Doesn't want to rotate into that Dark Lord. He's like,
yeah, not sure a Timbersaw is the one that you want to be forced stuffing into. He's just going to just destroy you if you give him any small opportunity to do so.
I mean, I guess the good thing is the Yellow Submarines, even though they're getting these kills here, they're not actually pushing at the moment. Are they just waiting for the timing for Butterfly to get his Radiance and then they proceed to push, or...?
Yeah, I mean, that certainly is part of the equation. I think it's just...
Oh, they're going on to Timber. Timber already half HP, but able to Timber chain away.
I think it's more of a case of, do you have anything that's going to actually enable you to get onto the Zeus, right? And as of right now, they just don't feel confident enough to be able to do so. You know, wanting... Well, he's actually going an Eternal Shroud on the Centaur as well, so screw the rest of the team, no pipe needed. It's all about the individual, and it's kind of understanding, right? Because both of them do need to be that chaos creator. Yeah, the Infest is inside as well.
They've just seen the Zeus. Zeus is going to reveal himself to the lane. Uh-oh. In comes the Stomp, and the Infest. That is Kiyotaka dead. 5-man gank upon the Zeus, taking down the Zeus. And now the Stampede coming out there. Dark Lord activating that God Strength. Erase getting very low. Lovely Dragon Tail there from Albica. Can they find the kill? Lovely disruption. But Stormhammer off cooldown. They still find the kill nonetheless. The BKB
nice
there.
BKB.
And pursuing the Centaur. They pick themselves up 2 kills. So at least they avenge Kiyotaka here. They may find themselves a third. That's coming up. Oh, lovely Dragon's Tail. Can they get the Stormhammer as well? Uh-oh,
no.
They found 4. Oh dear, that is not what Yellow Submarines wanted. I wonder why they were hanging around there for a while.
He thought he could ban fight. He thought he could ban fight. He thought, you know what, I've got the rage, I'm able to go into it, but he just doesn't press the rage in time. That is just... You can explain a lot of things out, but that just comes down to a simple mechanical error, which is not a characteristic that we've come to associate with Butterfly.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
The Dragon Tails there were really good though, getting 2 really impactful Dragon Tails.
Got a Hoof Stomp as well on the Rubik. So maybe some sneaky plays can come out with the 4-star.
And a blink for Sven now too. Dark Lord, net worth increase now, 2k almost beyond the Timbersaw.
Lanes are just going to become so much easier for them to be able to push out shortly, though. Zeus closing in on that Manta style, about 1,600 or so gold away. I'm assuming level 15 probably wants to go the additional movement speed after the Heavenly Jump, just so that he can look to get away from any sort of aggression that goes in onto him. But we saw just there that they've got the tools to be able to just burst him 100-0. It did take all 5 of Yellow Submarine, and he still got off the Thunder God's Wrath to soften them up for the rest of the team. Here we go. Full wraparound, try and invade into that triangle. See if they can catch anyone farming these Ancients, but there ain't no Ancients there to be farmed. I'd love to take out that Timber's Courier. It's holding on to the components of the Octarine Core, but they would rather take out the Timber himself instead.
Yeah, there's the Stormhammer. Lots of damage there, attempting to stop the Sven, but the Dragon Tail comes out. Dark Lord is back, finds the Shadow Demon there too. And they've killed the Timbersaw once again. They're spiking, starting to die now on the Timbersaw, starting to get stale, and Zeus is catching up in net worth.
Yes, indeed. They've even found Asdecor a little bit here, forced to use the blast off in a defensive manner, just trying to get this chase down happening, and it should be pretty easy. You've got the vision coming through from the Bolt Lightning, and popping the Stampede to try and get away. He was running away from his savior in Butterfly, trying to get inside with the Infest, and the European smiley face comes out from Kiyotaka.
Because he used the Arc Lightning there on Butterfly, which then jumped to the techies. He didn't have enough range to actually use it on the techies, so actually Butterfly helped in taking out the techies.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll just head themselves to Roshan now to pick themselves up the Aegis. No contest here, so a free Roshan for 9 pandas.
We were frothing at the mouth over the high XP advantage that Erase had relative to everyone else, but just a 1 pick off and 1 successful team fight, and suddenly Dark Lord, he's leapfrogged him up to level 19 already, just 25 minutes into the game. Going for the Bloodthorn next, which, you know, quite like. It's all about taking out that that Lifestealer to be able to start things off. If you do that, then Zeus simply becomes a whole lot more impactful in a lot of these fights. You're not worried about just getting run at. Okay.
They get the kill onto Antares there. Pick him off alone, that's okay. I'm really quite surprised that Yellow Submarine... Oh, wait. Oh, Kiyotaka just revealed himself there with the lightning strike. Oh.
Remember, he's got the Aegis, though.
Yeah, he's okay.
Runs next to a tier 1 tower as quickly as possible, even getting a Glimmer Cape from Solo to keep himself healthy.
Yeah, that was... you don't want to reveal yourself there when you're on your own. Actually going to go through the twin gate. They're still smoked up.
Still looking for someone, but Pandas seem to have a pretty good read on this. Just grouping up together, once again putting Solo on the aggressive side of any kind of engagement avenues. So he's always going to be the one that gets jumped on first.
I mean, they might go for the Lifestealer again. Butterfly is attempting to go for a Sanjin Yasha here to reduce the status resistance, but he just needs to be quick on the fingers against this Dragon Tail, because it's affected him so many times. Do you think Sanjin Yasha is the correct item here, or do you think he should have gone on Linken's?
On Butterfly?
Yeah.
Hard to say, right? Because you just have abilities to be able to break the Linken's pretty damn easily, right? Like, Spell Steal, really long range, Arc Lightning, really long range. So I'm not sure if it's the easiest thing to do. I'd probably rather go the status resistance, personally. Try and use the Stampede to bait out the Sven's BKB, then look to re-engage if he's wanting to go into a Halberd as opposed to a Sanjin Yasha.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under
Next
attack.
item now, though,
Radiant's
on Eraser's agenda is indeed a Shiva's Guard. Finally completed that Octarine core now, so we're wanting to obtain some armor.
Dire's bottom tower has
Obtained a
fallen.
tier 2 tower for their troubles. 4k lead now for 9 Pandas.
Radiant's
Looking to
top
try and
tower
just
is
sweep
under
across the
attack.
map.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, they're rotating in here. Erase, he's kind of on his own here. I mean,
Found
Rue
him.
is close by, but the Orchid is there. The God Strength comes out. Yeah, Rue can definitely not save that Timber Saw, as the Dragon Tail also casted upon the Shadow Demon. He will use the Glimmer Cape and attempt to TP away here within the trees, but a lovely sentry revealing that TP. Stops there with a telekinesis. They will find two. They even committed the Stampede for that, so Stampede down for 80. Wow.
Stampede down for 80. No real way to defend inside of your own jungle. A little surprised with those two heroes dead. I mean, Timbersaw is probably the main one that you're worried about going in onto, as well as, you know, Stampede being down. Gives a lot of safety net to Kiyotaka. He's going to go ahead and pick up this amp damage rune. But I was kind of expecting him to be bolting the ground a little bit more. They've still got two pretty valuable wards down here on Yellow Submarine, just giving a little bit of extra information about the movements of 9 Pandas, but kind of feels like they don't even care that they know about these movements. They're just like, well, we're going to make them regardless, and that is the second lift popped here for the tier 2 tower, so not going to be refreshed. I mean, might be a bit dramatic, but one more team fight, and then it's not so great for them. They've got the Elder Dragon form, they've got the Aghanim Scepter as well,
Yeah,
up
they
by
have it.
Alberca.
Does commit the rage there just in time.
Dark Lord's here, though. Does be very careful. Like, he had the capability to potentially dive into the base, considering they knew there was no Stampede, at least for the next little bit. Could pop the BKB, could try and two-shot the Lifestealer with that Orchid on the back of him.
Centaur, Stampede ready, coming forward with the hoof stomp there, going to try and attempt to take down Albuquerque there with the blast off also. God Strength comes out in return along with the BKB. Also, they will find the Dragon Knight, and Stampede actually able to allow them to disengage, but not Butterfly being found there by the hands of Dark Lord and Kiyotaka. So they get themselves two, possibly three, telekinesing back the Centaur, who's trying to attempt to run away here within the trees, but in comes a Wraith with the insane nuke damage and healed up there by Solo. That Aegis has expired, has to be careful. They will lose the tier 3, but they'll keep intact their racks for now. I mean, God Strength still has a few seconds remaining before it expires. Do you think they'll jump in, or do you think they'll disengage?
No, I don't think so. You're not willing to commit onto a Timbersaw who's inside the base, who has all of his health and mana when you don't have BKBs and you don't have an Aegis to be able to play around with. I was kind of expecting Kiyotaka to put a cheeky settings into the all chat there after the pause coming through from Solo. who again, I just need to commend his Pugna play, right? He places down the Nether Ward, makes it hard to be able to fight into him, gets the Glimmer Cape and the Decrep off to be able to save the DK, just for that little bit longer, giving them the time that they need to be able to wait out the rage on the Lifestealer, and then, yeah, they just burst him down, so... It might not always result in a hero that's alive for 9 pandas, but it's about those delay tactics. It's about just making yourself and your team harder to kill, and Solo's great at it.
And Torres has just stolen something quite nice here as well. Check ram.
Oh, yes, that's amazing. You can have all the magic resist that you want. Timbersaw is still going to be incredibly vulnerable to that pure damage. No BKB for him just yet.
Blink available now on Antares too. He's got a blink on the way on Courier.
Wonder if they're going to go for a smoke, perhaps. Maybe, maybe not. Elder Dragon Form was recently popped, so maybe they want to wait for the next one as we get another pause coming out.
This is just pause gaming, this Grand Finals is.
There's a face only a mother could love. Feels like TeamSpeak potentially is what's causing a lot of the lag here. Oh, never mind. They're just bad-mouthing the Discord, huh? Can't have that. Alright, let's go. Never mind.
Maybe not. Initiate the go. There we go then. Back in the game. 9 pandas taking the Tormentor here once again. There we go. And Shard for the Rubik. So now we've got ourselves a save with the Telekinesis.
Could steal the Reactive Taser and make that quite nice as well. I guess there's not really too many right-clickers that you're going to be going up against, so it doesn't feel that great. And, of course, Butterfly is going to have the Rage popped for the majority of time that he's just in right-clicking. You can see he's been forced to go for the BKB as well.
Uh-oh. Butterfly's on his own. He has to commit the Rage. They have vision of Rue as the Stampede
Rue's just like,
comes
take me
out.
instead.
Dragon Tail, it's caught the Lifestealer. Butterfly, he doesn't have Rage. 3 more seconds. TP is on cooldown. The silence is there. Can he get away? No, he cannot. The Dragon Tail comes out once again. The Rage is there. Not able to toggle the armlet. The damage is way too much for him to handle, and he is down for a minute.
It's going to be an anxious minute as well, as they don't know when the Roshan is going to be about to spawn. It really just highlights the need for him for that status resist, of course, just to be able to get away from the stun, but until he's got the BKB, he can never feel truly safe to take these extended team fights. They've just got too many heroes that are, you know, pretty hard to be kited. You know, the Sven has the Blink Dagger, Zeus doesn't care about it, he's always going to be happy to fight at range. Pugna, of course, with the Decrepify, so it feels like Lifestealer needs 3 new items before he truly feels happy enough to be able to fight. And, well, I was saying leading into this game that we have not seen a performance where he does not have a crazy amount of farm on Butterfly. This is the one, and it's not the one that you're wanting it to be, the do-or-die game, where a loss knocks you out in 2nd place, unfortunately. Sitting last in all of the cores right now on Lifestealer.
And Roshan just had a 3-second spawn time out of the 3 minutes it could spawn. So it is back up if 9 pandas do decide to get themselves the Roshan.
Level 20 as well on the Zeus. So you thought he had a lot of percent damage before. 6% becomes 12, and of course you've still got the lightning hands that you need to be considering.
Math with Danog. 6 becomes 12. Whoa.
Ooh. Number go boom.
It's just how you said it. It's like 6. 6 plus 6 equals 12. It does. They will get themselves the Roshan.
How quickly they're able to take it. Every single time he uses that Arc Lightning, it just takes a huge chunk of that Roshan HP off.
Oh, yeah, I see, yeah.
What are they going to get with this? The Roshan's banner as well? Probably place it behind their tier 2. Next to where they've got the Tormentor, I suppose. The the hardest place for Yellow Submarine to be able to invade. Or maybe they just want to try and end this one now. Parasma coming out next for Kiyotaka, but
Are scanning.
it's going to be a little bit until he's able to get into it. Even has the Witchblade backpacked. A little bit of extra tools at his disposal, but here we go. You just send the DK, tanky boy, he's got the BKB and the level 20, and all of that additional attack range. Hasn't even popped the Manta style yet.
And they just scout out there with the Thunder God's Wrath. An easy take here on the melee racks. That just falls. No one here to defend it on Yellow Submarines.
Cutting their losses, realizing that they just need to get out on the map and farm. They need these BKBs on their cores. Butterfly, he's got still 250 gold to be able to claim his Timber Saw, still a full 2 components of his own BKB before he feels ready enough to fight. Centaur's got his, but it still just doesn't feel all that great considering you've got the double life on the Zeus. You've got the additional damage coming through and just an insane amount of range that he's able to play around with.
A double BKB for Lifestealer, that is definitely, I think, going to help in this scenario.
He's
Really
close.
needs it.
20 gold away. Ideal scenario is just they go up into the high ground, not expecting it. They're able to get a miraculous turnaround, but it's going to need to be a miraculous. No reposition spells this time around, so moving up onto this high ground just feels so much more tempting. 20 seconds away from the Elder Dragon form. That's all it really feels like they're waiting for. This is a bit of a Hail Mary play.
I mean, if they die, they die because they have no buybacks available, but they're going to go for the initiation here. Oh!
What a disruption.
Oh no! That disruption there, save there from Antares. There's now the God Strength coming out there, but thankfully with the slow of the Demonic Purge there onto Dark Lord, it's going to stop him from pursuing. As now they do find themselves a Dragon Tail again. BKB is there. King trying to heal back up, but the damage from Dark Lord is just too much. Butterfly falls. There's the BKB also on Centaur, trying to utilize as much of it as he can, but that will now expire. As the Lifestealer down for a minute with no buyback here. It looks like 9 Pandas now could potentially just clean up this base. I mean, Erase is full HP, has the blink ready. Can he try something here? They come forward with another Dragon Tail there again.
The Shadow Demon.
To try and take down Rue. Rue has actually been able to heal up here and is attempting to get away with the thanks to the Glimmer Cape, but they've lost themselves the Techies. Techies down. Buyback is available though for Aztecor as they still lay into this middle set of racks. They will find it. They'll now go for the top. Age is still on Kiyotaka as the buyback is there.
No Lifestealer still for another 25 seconds. They're happily just putting the tanky heroes onto the front lines. Kiyotaka is basically trying to bait them in to go and onto him, and yeah, I mean, it just feels like it's going to be a little bit too much, even just popping the Aegis preemptively, going for that Tormentor.
Yeah.
Everything bad that I said about the Rubik, I take it all back. What a disruption save coming through from Antares there, and even just being able to be an offensive nuisance as well, right? As soon as the Elder Dragon form comes up on Alberca, just making even more of those dragons to be able to have to deal with, and they have nothing that's going to be instantly killing any sorts of illusions. So here we go. Seems like that's the play once again.
And Kiyotaka has revived my faith
Look
in
at them all.
Zeus.
Look at the dragons. They're just going everywhere. Popping all of those mines that they've got set up. Lifestealer having to use the Rage just to try and move out the tiniest amount. And they're still losing their racks as a result of everything else.
We've got 9 Pandas playing Game of Thrones here by throwing in all the dragons.
Oh,
Lovely Dragon Tail there, but a disruption save coming out from Rue. As Butterfly, okay, a lovely hoof stomp there, and Torres dead, along with the Pugner also. Kiyotaka, lovely, no, he dies! Oh, lovely stuff from Erase. Yeah, I thought he was going to TP away, but the Whirling Death on that tree line there took him out. I think he may have had some Shadow Poison procced onto him also there.
Chakram at the same time ended up taking about 900 pure damage at the very last second there, and it was literally a matter of 2 seconds. 2 more seconds was all they needed to be able to get Mega Creeps. Just 38 minutes in. It's still a 15k net worth, and it's only one of the cores that ends up going down. It's a valuable one though in Kiyotaka. Might allow them to start fixing up some of these lanes, but maybe that's going to change the attitude once again from 9 Pandas, not wanting to get too cocky. Just look to play around that Elder Dragon form once again.
And Butterfly wants to go here a Agnims on the live stealer. I mean, I've never known a situation, I think. But I think it's alright here. I mean, if you've got Dark Lord right on top of you, you can just use the Agnims and go inside and heal up and regenerate.
Yep. Doesn't have a basher yet, so I won't be bashing him while that's all happening. They have signs of life here as they look to make another jump.
Yeah, and Torres still alive here. The Stampede comes out. They really wanted to get the kill there on the supports, but they will not be able to. As,
No, there's no Stampede either. Nice way to be able to start this chase down from happening. Half duration on the Elder Dragon form, so maybe they just played a little bit more patiently. Wait for the Elder Dragon form to come up once again, but you'll have the Stampede at that rate. Don't believe any BKBs were popped for that retreat, so both teams pretty much going to be at full strength when they go for it once again, but again, the ones with the advantage are always going to be the ones with super creeps.
That's the core. Alright, he's okay. TP's away. Swift Blink now on Dark Lord. What's the attack I have at the moment? Okay, he's got the Pharasma. Opting to go for a BKB next tier, and my gosh, those Mantas really do clear those waves. It's better than a Luna Manta.
Yes, they do, and you've even got Shield Rune on Alberca as well. Lasts for far too long. I think that's something that needs to be nerfed when the patch eventually does drop. And it's going to mean that it's probably still going to be active by the time this creep wave up on the top side connects through onto those last two racks. They're going to have the glyph up in 30 seconds, but Elder Dragon form is up right now. Can they defend against it? Can they put some vision up to prevent themselves from getting initiated onto once again?
Do they want to play it safe, though? I mean, Roshan possibly spawning in 35 seconds. We'll know in around about 30 when it's spawning.
I feel like it's playing it safe just to send the DK illusions there, though, right? Go for the ranged racks. Get every little bit that you can. Clear out some of those mines. Yeah, there they go. That's the word.
I forgot the word for mines.
Alberca, he wants the jump onto Lifestealer. Not gonna get it just to use the real body.
Oh, he's just taking the range racks and he is out of there.
The damage over time ends up doing it just from the corrosive breath.
Oh, Dragon Tail being so annoying. Oh, Dark Lord wants to go in. God Strength activated. As they come forward there with the Stampede, they want to try and fight Key Attacker, getting very low again, just able to escape. Dark Lord now laying in the damage. They've killed Solo. Solo going to try and turn back, but Butterfly actually being able to heal up here by hitting through the Sven. Dark Lord in trouble. Oh, the save from the telekinesis. He's been able to escape, but never mind the blink there coming out from Centaur. Double kill, taking down the Sven. Look at this now. Yellow Submarines, they're turning around, but Rubik trying to get the Mega Creeps. He's gonna get it, and Torres, you cheeky boy, blinking in the back, able to find the melee racks, and the Megas are now coming towards Yellow Submarines. They are defending Mega Creeps for a second time here, which now applies the pressure to all the lanes. With that, that is the real MVP here. Oh, Lord, he almost saved Sven there with the telekinesis, and then came around the backlines, got the melee racks, and has now secured the Mega Creeps. Because I don't think if they had Mega Creeps, sorry, if they didn't have Mega Creeps, then I feel this would be a different scenario. But now it's scary for sure.
For sure. I feel like Dota Plus is being very generous, giving them a 35% win probability here. I mean, it is a lot to still come back from. Mega Creeps down without having taken a tier 2 tower even, but maybe it was predicting the double damage coming through for Butterfly. He's almost up to his level 25 as well, so we know how important it is for him to be able to play around that BKB. Well, now he's going to have most likely an extra 1.5 seconds on the rage duration as well.
Just taking this tier 2 tower,
Dire's middle tower
and it'll be found.
They want to find a pick-off on the 9 Pandas side of the map so that they don't spend all of this time just trying to shove in waves. You can see That's why Kiyotaka's sent his illusions down onto the top side. It's going to force someone to TP back. It's the person with the least potential damage output in Rue. Just keep the damage dealers out on the map. Keep the kill threat available. But it's still not going to result in any
The smoke might break. The smoke might break. Oh, Centaur. No, Kiyotaka hiding in the triangle of the map.
Found him. TP's out immediately.
Yeah, he's gone. When I mean the triangle of the map, sorry, I mean like...
Roche Pit. That's sort of
they're hanging around. This is a... Oh, wow, look at this.
Alberca?
Butterfly. Careful. Alberca. Coming forward, God's Strength has been activated. Blast off there. Going to jump to the other side of the Roche Pit. Alberca, because of that free pumping. Oh, they're actually going to go onto the Sven here. Sven may be in trouble. The BKB there, along with the healer from the Satanic. But he has been disarmed there. As Timbersaw coming in now. As... Oh, Lifestealer popping back out. The Stampede is there. The buyback from Techies. They found Solo. Solo dead. As they want more. Kiyotaka being slowed down here by the open wounds. They're going to go forward onto the Zeus. That's Zeus dead. 2 down. As Sven, where is he? He's hanging around here. He's going to try and TP away. Where's the castle? There it is with the hoof stop. How does this happen? How? They had an advantage. The Mega Creeps. They have the Mega Creeps, but it looks like Yellow Submarines, they're holding in this game somehow.
They need their backs against the wall. That's how. And look at Antara's even just trying to slow them down a little bit further. They still have the vision up on the high ground. Gets the lift up, and well, it's going to mean it takes them a couple of extra seconds to be able to take out this Roshan, but it's on the dire side, so free Aghanim Scepter most likely going through to erase here, giving him that second chakram that they need to potentially provide that additional burst damage.
This taser is such a good spell, especially against the Sven. Oh my gosh, and Skull Basher now obtained as well. Someone needs to help take down these creeps though. Aegis of Immortality upon the Lifestealer. He did buy Basher, but then he sold it. I think. Okay, never mind. He's rebought it again. Before he needed buyback, he said, absolutely screw it.
Free Ag's Blessing though for a race. He also goes and buys the Aghanim Shard just to potentially make some of the tower sieging just that little bit faster. Obviously has the spells to be able to deal with the creep waves already. Top of the net worth, by the way, a race on his Timber. Got that reactive armor because of the Aghanim Scepter. So much tankier, right? Means that you don't necessarily care as much because of the fact that you don't have a BKB, right? It really almost feels like Antares, he needs to once again steal either Disruption or he needs to steal Chakram. And I think those are going to be... Well, Stampede, I suppose, is another relatively big one. Are the ones that you need to make sure that you have on your team as well, just to be able to focus them down.
Have you ever seen a scenario where a team has Mega Creeps, but it's the win probability is in the favor of the team that is currently defending against Mega Creeps?
No, and well, there's a first time for everything, so that is the reality that we live in right now.
Can we get up the graph just to show this? Because it's pretty nuts. If we can get the graph up and just show the win probability. Oh, it's 50-50.
All games are 50-50, Epi. You either win or you lose.
Observer?
That's
graph?
Right. It's been a long day for the Observer as well.
There it is. Look at that, 50-50. Alright, it's slowly sinking in the favor of 9 Pandas, but...
But it was there. You could see that little bit of a spike above the line.
Yeah.
Timber's got to be careful about being too far away from the rest of the team. I suppose he does have Boots of Travel too.
Sorry. It's fine.
Also considering that he is probably the tankiest one most capable of dealing with these creeps and surviving until the rest of the boys join in onto him.
That's a first for me. I've never spoken to the Observer before using the in-game chat. So that's a new one. It's usually telepathy that we use, actually.
Yeah. Mr. Observer, what is your favorite food?
I mean, high ground push now. Okay. Butterfly. Or Satanic,
so
whatever you want to call him.
To not have your Timbersaw there, right? He's needing to deal with these mega creeps, and he needs to be the one dishing out the majority of the damage in a lot of these team fights.
They're going to try and go for an infest play here again. They're not smoked up though. Maybe perhaps they will. No, they're still lurking around here. 9 Pandas. They don't want to show themselves. They're just letting the illusions push. A race having to handle the creeps. Although they have found themselves solo, but no detection. Stampede comes out now. Really want to try and find Solo here. They will get the kill. Erase TPing in there with the boots. But the creeps are at the tier 4s right now. There's no one defending the base.
Oh, he TP's in and has to instantly get back. They even pop the smoke to be able to get back a bit faster. Never mind, he's got ninja gear. But yeah, you just see like it's this desperate attempt that there doesn't feel like there is a correct move for them to be able to make. Illusions, shoving things in. You don't have to commit too heavily for it. It's a rough spot to be in. Did they lose the gem at least? I think maybe Techies might have been able to claim the gem after killing Solo, so that's nice.
They're trying to go for something else here again. Maybe perhaps they can get Antares.
Timber has the TP available.
Zeus? Or Zeus?
I don't know exactly where he is. I don't know if that Observer Ward quite clipped him.
Pessimist. Still hanging around. Oh,
they know.
Perhaps they know. Yeah, they know Dragon Knight's there. Lovely hoof stomp. There we go. Dragon Knight in some trouble. Does have himself the BKB, but taking way too much damage, and will be found down for 100 seconds. But look at the base.
You have to go back and defend.
Once again, Rue has to go back. Try and push it out here with the Shadow Poison. As an Agnims. Where's Dark Lord going here? A Refresher, I think.
I don't know where he's going to go as well with his level 20 talent. Get a lot of value out of the left one. Get both the cleanse and the heal, and the damage component after having the Aghanim Scepter and the Shard. But he's going the other way. I guess they're all just going in onto the damage aspect, right? They need to blow up these heroes to be able to start things off. You can't spend too much time, like, poking at 9 Pandas. It needs to be not an all-in commit, but a strong commit that comes through, because eventually you're going to need to get back to base, and well, it's going to probably be shorter than eventually. You've got about 30 seconds every single time to be able to make a play. Puts you under a lot of stress, that's for sure.
It's just really bad that they have themselves these mega creeps on the side of 9 Pandas. It is severely pushing in the side lanes here. I think the only person that can clear them out efficiently is the Timbersaw. Just look at him there. He just took out a whole mega creep wave in around about a second.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what Zeus wants to build up next. He's going into the Scythe of Vice. I really didn't know about the Parasma. Like, it just feels like every single time that he gets jumped on, it feels a little bit awkward. Again, the E-Blade still feels like a solid opportunity for mine. Sure, you're still going to be vulnerable to the Timbersaw. Maybe you feel like against the Shadow Demon with the Demonic Purge and the fact that he's got the Aghanim Scepter, it doesn't feel that great. But I just think you need to be less worried about facing up against the Lifestealer, you know?
Mm-hmm. Hex is the next item now for the Timbersaw. I wonder if he's going to trade in his boots. Oh wait, the teams may meet here. Oh, they found themselves the Centaur. There's Dark Lord going in with the Bloodthorn there, the BKB and the Infest there. The Centaur will be fine for some time. They found themselves Antares. Trying to go for Dark Lord here, but they don't have themselves the detection. As meanwhile, Solo is found there by the Chakram. They take down both the Techies and the Shadow Demon. As Dark Lord coming back in here with the God Strength of Raze, attempting to flee along with Butterfly, also using that BKB, TPing away, but a Raze has been found. Slowed down here heavily. Will eat the cheese. Hexed up there. Nowhere to run. Will be taken out. Buybacks are available.
You're going to need to use them just for the fact of defending Mega Creeps.
They may commit them all here. They want to go for a Dragon Tail attempt here again. Onto Butterfly, possibly. It's on the front lines here. No BKB available on this Lifestealer. Slowly pushing in. Look at these tier 4 towers. They're just melting here from the illusions. Oh my lord. Lifestealer taking a lot of damage there. The Stampede will be committed. Trying to find now some more pick-off kills here against 9 Pandas. Solo will survive. The Zeus will TP away. They may just disengage here with only losing the supports. There's Solo dead.
Yeah.
Link away from Antares. But look at the
Tier
base.
4.
Someone needs to do something. Rue coming in with the Shadow Poison. Grabbing their attention.
Just drag it back into the fountain. Let it do the job. I guess they'll take every little bit of net worth that they can. They really want to be able to pick up that Scythe of Vice just to be able to deal with this goddamn Zeus. Dealing way too much damage in all of these fights is Kiyotaka. He's just been left unchecked the majority of the time, and yeah, it's not looking like becoming any easier for them now with no tier 4 towers to be able to do the defending for them. Someone always needs to be in the base, and Alberca really need an Aghanim Shard. Probably not, but something else that's just going to keep the lane pushing in a little bit more passively.
They've got a really nice ward here on 9 Pandas as well, right in their base. No one sees it. Maybe perhaps Aztekor will put a sentry down? No. Getting the Roshan here as well.
Yep. Right before it moves top. I wonder if they want the Refresher, or if they actually want the Aghanim Centaur. I mean, who would you even give it over to? Zeus? Not the worst.
Yeah, Nimbus could work out to be effective, yeah. Aegis. Oh, they're actually going to give it to Alberca because they know that the Dragon Knight is great sieger here at the moment, especially with all these illusions. And they commit absolutely everything on the Dragon Knight last time, so if PK comes back with a second life, then possibly good things. But does he come back? He definitely doesn't come back with the dragon form, right?
No. Any transformation things don't allow that, and that's why I was like, oh, well, it is that time to be able to go for that sort of play.
Oh no, we're gonna reach 60 minutes again if yeah, Submarine's able to defend this again, then 60-minute items.
The mines are starting to get set up. There's always the possibility.
No buybacks though on Yala Submarines. That is a factor. So if they do get a pick off here, 9 Pandas, it could mean game, especially if they get themselves Butterfly here or a race.
Here we go. 15 seconds left on the Elder Dragon form. He's holding on to the Aegis. He's got the Refresher Shard as well to be able to get a second usage out of the BKB and a second Elder Dragon form and another Manta style if he needs it. It might just be too much for them to have to face up against. Lanes all pushed in. Mega Creeps coming at you in the base. There's the Elder Dragon form. Couple of dragons. They're going to split them up a little bit. Just make it not too easy to be able to constantly pick them off. Alright, turning them around to the Shadow Demon. Yeah. Pretty easy for a Zeus to be able to deal with them though, but maybe that's the objective. Just get Zeus to reveal himself, and that's why Kiyotaka's gone way back to safety. Just standing up on this high ground, can join in anytime he wants with the Hurricane Pike or the...
Oh, they found themselves DK! Nice telekinesis save though from Antares. Healed back up. Slowly pushing in now, the Mantas. They actually smoke up here on Yellow Submarines, but they can't do that because look at these Mega Creeps. They have to clear him. They can't do any cheeky smoke plays. They have to clear these creeps.
Zeus is handling the bottom. You've got Sven handling the top. You've got DK handling mid. Still got 3 minutes left on that Aegis. I'm sure someone's keeping track of when the Elder Dragon form is available. A whole lot less tanky whenever he's outside of that form, but again, the Mega Creeps just make it not a possibility for them to go for that sort of play. Get Aztekor, not going to be successful.
My gosh, we've almost got ourselves... This may be a second 60-minute game here. They're not deciding to push yet, 9 Pandas. They really want an opportunity here. They don't want to throw it. Oh, as meanwhile, diving beyond the base. They find themselves solo straight away. Alberca attempting to flee. Slowed down there by the Demonic Purge. May survive through it. As in comes Solo. Yeah, Alberca is fine. They forced out a buyback there. Aegis still remaining on the DK.
No BKB on the Centaur. No Stampede on the Centaur. Nothing else was popped though, and you still have that Divine Rapier to be able to make these plays. Shadow Demon
they're pushing in. Alberca, he's getting really cocky now. taking the lead. Forces out the rage there on Butterfly. Dark Lord ready. Well, they get themselves the Dragon Tail there onto Lifestealer. A lovely save. Is able to keep the Lifestealer alive. Now attempting to heal back up. Is actually going to infest the Dragon Knight there. The Dragon Knight being slowed down by the Demonic Push. They will take down the DK as now they proceed to try and find Antares. But Dark Lord with the God Strength trying to lay through here into the Lifestealer. But the Lifestealer, he's holding Butterfly. The blast off is there, but he doesn't have his rage anymore. But it doesn't matter because look at Sven. Sven is going to fall. The Mega Creeps slowly hitting the Ancient right now. They need to take down this DK. They will. They lose 4. They still hold. Danog, it looks like we're going to go for a second 1-hour game as 60 minutes is soon going to hit. We're going to have ourselves some tier 5 items. They don't use the glyph. I bet chat are furious right now.
Buy the Midases. Get those tier 5 items immediately. That's what I want to see come out here. What a turn to come into this game. Yellow Submarine, just that never say die attitude. They've got nothing to lose. There was no expectations on them coming into this series. They know that they're playing for pride right now. They're playing for this big opportunity at a huge LAN to be able to come forward. And finally, they've been able to leave their base as a group, get some wards off the map, potentially clean up some of these objectives and get some tier 5 items for themselves. They'll have a period as well where they have the tier 5 items and 9 Pandas do not.
Gosh, I mean, they have this rapier on Butterfly. You got to remember this. So able to lay into that tier 3 so quickly and heal up there with the open wounds, spreading onto those creeps. Going to really benefit him there. It's now, oh gosh, look at those illusions. Still able to heal up though. Trying to take the racks. I mean, this will alleviate some pressure.
Right? Lets you just standard man fight.
Go on, get the melee, get the melee. There we go, he's got the melee. There we go.
One
Butterfly
lane
is
that you
out.
need to worry about. Oh, that's a big centaur. That is a big boy.
Oh, you got the Giant's Ring.
Mm-hmm.
Boy. Techies has got tier 5 token as well. We've got a Mirror Shield on the Timber. Man, Mirror Shield would be amazing on Lifestealer, I think. 100%.
Just doesn't want to be the one that gets jumped on. That's literally the only objective. Okay. Just extra little life, I suppose.
I mean, it's good. Hard Dispel. And
Pseudo
will be healed for 1,250 HP. I remember Magic Lamp back in the day. It was a good... Oh, Pirate Hat for Sven. Okay, that's pretty aggressive. Force Boots for Rubik.
Oh, has it become about that time where it's less about fighting and more about just hitting the Ancient? Kind of feels that way.
Oh, God.
I mean, the thing is, with that teamfight victory, they've got the glyph again, so they've got that get out of jail free card, right? Just, can you afford to use a God Strength and everything onto these towers, especially considering all the buybacks that they've got? The only one that doesn't have it on Yellow Submarine is Techies, so it's like a 9v5 situation that you're having to go up against with all of those secondary lives on Yellow Submarine.
Yeah, the game still continuing on, folks. As Roshan possibly spawning in 30, so it looks like 9 Pandas here will just keep away from the base until Roshan is obtained. It is literally game 1 all over again.
Mm-hmm. Not quite as bad, I don't think.
Ooh, okay, Stygian Desolator on the Lifestealer. That should help take down the Sven. Much more here. Selling the boots, going for the Abyssal Blade 2. I mean, there's nothing like a Lincoln's to protect the Sven. Or the Dragon Knight. He moves pretty fast for a Dragon Knight. Have you seen him with the Force Boots? Look at him fly. Look at that DK go. 522 movement speed. That's a haste rune right there, folks. Look at that Dragon go.
I've heard about 322, but not 522. As 9 Pandas looking to try and close this one out still.
Oh, oh my gosh, it was like 3-second Roshan again. So Rosh is bottom. Gets himself a refresher shard again.
Seeing a bunch of MKBs being built up here. They're a little tired of the evasion coming out from... He's sold the Radiance. What's the MKB for?
Radiance?
Nope.
Wait, but MKBs? Who has an MKB?
Sven and DK have them both queued up.
Oh, yeah.
DK just changed to a Daedalus, but he had it.
Wait, he doesn't have a Radiance anymore. Wait, does he? I remember when he used to have the talent evasion on Lifestealer. No, they don't. They don't. He doesn't have the Radiance anymore. He sold it.
Centaur just gets away. He saw the TP go away, seeing if there was anyone else hanging around them. That is a fast DK, just roaming around the map so freely. Cliff walking, all you can possibly want, and there we go, straight into the Roche pit. They should be able to claim this one pretty quickly. Honestly, the Roche banner is pretty significant at this stage, right? Like, they're already having trouble dealing with all these creeps, just make it even harder.
Yeah, it will be nice.
So that's not the main goal though, right? You just want to be solo? Is he going to be the one taking it? Okay.
Albica gets it.
Just sending those DK Mantra illusions up on the top side. Get all lanes pushed in. That is the MO for them right now.
So, we've almost got level 30 on Centaur, which means he gains Retaliate Aura. So that's going to help Lifestealer, especially if Lifestealer is around the Centaur. And the Timber also.
Sure. Solo just gets away in time. Just trying to be a nuisance. The Netherward damage could be quite nice against the Timber Saw. Still got 8 seconds on that BKB though on Timber, so plenty to play around with. How many mines do you think we can get inside of this yellow submarine base before they're popped?
Oh my god. Let's say...
Hold on. Look
30.
at Techie's items in the quick buy.
Techie's items.
Oh
Oh my god. Is this the same situation where we saw Crystal Maiden with 3 rapiers?
He's level 25. Go the right talent. Go the right talent, Techies. We want to see the 252 damage. We want the memes to be real.
Well, so, what's he buying here? He's going Mask of Madness, Dragonlance, and a Revenant's Brooch.
Yeah.
Right, okay. That's it. These are some... 90 game minute shenanigans. Oh my god.
He did it. He went 252 damage. Let's go.
Oh, we're going for a game 5.
You think?
I don't know. I mean, game 1, it ended with 9 pandas finally being able to, you know, lay into the ancient. Let's see if yellow submarines are able to actually defend. They've actually just pinged out Centaur. Oh, that was close. Oh my gosh.
I wonder if it's almost time for Zeus to go, like, something a little tankier for his illusions. I know they've got nearly 4k HP, but do you want to just make them harder for Yellow Submarine to be able to clear out? It feels like it's becoming a little bit too easy for them. You know, force them to spend a little bit more time focusing on illusions rather than actual heroes. Just looking for a little bit of information there with the Thunder God's Wrath. Or the Moon Shard, it seems, instead. Or Zeus.
I think what they should do is they should go. I saw this on like on a reel when I was just scrolling through like a few days ago. They should do it where Zeus just gets himself 4 rapiers to amplify his magic damage by 100%.
Oh, they found the
Pugna. Kaya and Sandra. Oh, they have found a Pugna. Pugna dead, but they may go for the ambush here. They're attempting to go. Oh, lovely BKB there from Butterfly, but they need to get themselves back here on the side of Yellow Submarines because they found them. Oh, a lovely disruption there, but they'll still find the Techies. Techies down. Buyback from the Techies. They need to stop these creeps from going upon the Ancient, so they'll just lose the Techies there for now, but BKB has been expended here on the Lifestealer, and that is a extra wild card to play here, because that is pretty important here for the lifesteal to sustain within these fights, but they have also committed the God Strength. That is down for 40. Don't think they'll want to initiate back in here until that is back online. So they're just going to start pressuring the lanes here.
I think they might. I think they'll have about a 20-second window where you've got the Elder Dragon form, but you don't have the BKB on the Lifestealer. It's actually about 25 seconds, so...
Oh, this could be a dieback! As they jump onto the techies there, techies will fall down for 120, but they jump forward there, they found themselves the Sven, and the DK2, DK down, Aegis will bring him back, will they be able to save him as the storm comes out, but never mind, the BKB is there, and the telekinesis with the 4 staff boots, look at him go, he is out of there. Squeaky clean.
Oh, they finally found the dieback and they still can't finish it up.
No.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I suppose Sven not having to use the buyback is a positive for 9 Pandas, but they're not gaining anything. Net worth means nothing at this point for 9 Pandas. They're really not going to get too much bigger than what they are already. For Yellow Submarine, it means a little bit. You can see they're having to go some of that unorthodox build again. Erase, he's got the Helm of the Overlord queued up. They want every little bit to be able to provide them some safety, whether it be, you know, maybe it's the Ancient Granite Golem, just for a little bit of that extra HP. Maybe it's going to be...
Oh no, not again. Well, they're gonna buy second item, Helm of the Dominators.
Yeah, Timbersaw's got it in his quick buy.
Backpack Helm of the Dominators, sorry. Yeah, absolutely nuts from both sides. I mean, the Centaur is doing work, I have to say, especially on Pessimist.
All right, so he's got 7.6k HP, and that's prior to him hitting any sort of double edge as well, which with the shard, he's like stealing it.
They may kill Solo here. Solo's going to reveal himself. Yeah, there's the Hex. And they've got an easy kill.
Dieback.
DK's coming, though.
Uh-oh. Nimbus?
Oh, it's going to TP out. Centaur in trouble. Going to use the BKB and the Stampede with that unobscured pathing. But DK also has unobscured pathing. Going to follow head. They find the Centaur. Is it worth it, though, for Solo? May have to buy back if they go on the aggressive here on 9 Pandas.
You still know that you're going to have that outnumber, though, is the main equation, right? Kirtaka, he ended up popping the...
Oh, Dragon Tail! Uh-oh! Lifestealer! Okay, they save him. Disruption is there. He's still alive. He comes forward now, trying to find the kill there onto Albaca. They've got themselves the Zeus, maybe, perhaps.
Oh,
Telekinesis
so
away there by Antares. Lovely save. Still alive as blinking forward. The Timbersaw is a Raze attempting to try and find the Zeus. Won't be able to get him, but they force another buyback on the Centaur.
So stupid. The 4 boots plus the 4 staff plus the telekinesis save coming through. It's just too much. How are you supposed to focus down any of these guys? I think it needs to be nullifier time coming out for this lifestealer. I know it needs to be something like, you know, Rapier or whatever that is, but if you're not going to catch people, you can have 1,000,000 damage. If you're not right-clicking them, nothing's going to happen.
As just getting themselves 280 gold on Tormentor. I mean, everyone's got a shard. It's at this point again. What can you do? I mean, he's going to try and go Agnim's Blessing here on the Sven.
When are we getting the block of cheese? That's what I want to know.
Block of cheese. Wait, the Lotus Pool's like full? Have they not been? Yeah, they're all full.
They are indeed. No cheese though, I don't think.
Oh, stolen Stampede? Yeah, this is a stolen one. From Rubik.
Okay. Going into an Aghanims for himself. Trying to think what the ideal combo would be. Do you just like, if Zeus gets focused, do you blink on top of him?
Centaur's even having a think about it. Not sure.
Just want to see the, what is it called now? Workhorse? I'm still just going to call it Hitch a Ride. I want to see that come out sometime this game.
Yeah, with the techies on the back. That'd be cool.
True. He needs some attack speed, and, well, he's got the Mjolnir queued up. It's going to help a little bit with dealing with some of these creep waves. May as well just sell the Magic Wand and the Windlace. He does. Using the Rubik Stampede.
Yeah, the stolen one. So, interesting one here. So, Dark Lord has bought himself a Abyssal Blade. However, what is he going to... Yeah, what is he going to replace with that? They smoke up.
It
Maybe the
feels so
MKB?
weird to say, yeah. I think Antares is the main priority right now. Like, he's making so much happen with his 4-star saves.
And the telekinesis is, yeah.
Yeah.
But how'd you get him? He's sitting all the way in the back. Oh, wait, have they just found a raise? Uh-oh. Hex up. Buyback is available, though, for the Timber Saw. That is a dead Timber. Being caught out there by the hands of 9 Pandas. Buyback available. They have themselves the Book of the Dead, but those... I don't know if that was the correct choice here, because those have just been decimated by the Zeus Legion.
Gotta try something. Just can't get outside your base.
Just going off.
Yeah.
DK being quite aggressive here, comes forward. Dragon Tail there. And the Hex as well. He's still okay though. Has the Rage ready. Laying into the Ancient right now. As Lifesteal, it did use the Infest there just now. It's got a quick cooldown though. Back off in 15 seconds. The BKB is available. Centaur coming in, but look at this. We have ourselves Dark Lord attempting to try and kill the Ancient. The Glyph is forced out. They'll try and find the Sven. Now Sven has been taken down. Down for 100. Will not commit the buyback. They lose the DK as well. The Glyph was forced. And a buyback also. But oh my lord, Danog, they still stay in this game.
They stay in this game, but those are a couple of big wins. I mean, Zeus stays alive. You're still going to have those Manta Illusions pushing out the lanes. You can even lay down a Nimbus on one of the side lanes just to keep it passively pushing in that little bit further. They're just trying to keep the waves as healthy as possible. Even Antara is using the Infest to quickly shove in the top lane. If they don't get anything out of these 2 cores being dead, what's it for? You know, you want to make sure that you're actually getting something that means that your Ancient isn't vulnerable anymore.
Just want to say, Stampede did 800 magical damage to the Sen.
Sure. Why not? He's a tanky boy.
That was Timbersaw just running over him.
Oh, wow.
It's a 75-minute shenanigan. They're going to go for the throne here. They've done really, really well at pushing out the wave here, as now a race is going to join. They're going to go for the end here. Look at this. The buybacks are available here. This is now or never. As the Thunder God's Wrath, it comes out there. The Dragon Tail forward there onto the Techies, but they're going to try and attempt to turn it around here. Bashing up the DK has been saved there by the telekinesis. Solo gets 4 snapped away as well. A race getting super low. They found themselves the Centaur. If Centaur dies here, it could be
BKB
game.
in 2.
As they found themselves Dark Lord. Dark Lord attempts to get away here also. As look at this, Butterfly attempting to flee, does not have himself the BKB or the Enrage. It's dangerous here. It's dangerous for Yellow Submarines. They find themselves the Lifestealer, safe there by the disruption. The Centaur, is he going to be found? Yes, he is. Lifestealer dead, along with the Techies also. Centaur gone. The buyback there from Lifestealer, attempting to try and come back to the fight. They've lost themselves. The Timber Saw, it definitely looks to be game now. Only 2 remaining. Yes, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We are not going for a game 5. Game 4 is done. GG is called. And game 4 will go to 9 Pandas. They will win the qualification of the closed qualifiers. They will be your champions that head on towards the Elite League. They qualify.
Trial by fire. That's all you can call this one. And, well, there's going to be some hotly contested games at the Elite League Swiss stage. They're going to be joining a lot of highly regarded peers over there, both from the Eastern European region and from worldwide. They had to earn it, and I'm sure Yellow Submarine got a lot of fans out of today because they did not let them have it easy. 1 game, sure, but yeah, they grit their teeth. They didn't let 2 games go without a fight, and then another one, they looked pretty damn impressive from start to finish.
They did, yeah. Absolutely mad performance, though, from Yellow Submarine. I thought that they could potentially push that there, but incredible defense from 9 Pandas too. Absolutely nuts games we had. That is the second time it's gone over an hour with 60-minute items. We had not had that the entirety of the tournament, and it just comes to show how closely tied these 2 teams were. Even though that 9 Pandas got themselves a 3-1 victory, that could have been a 2-2. Absolutely nuts. But yeah, as you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, in the bracket, it is 9 Pandas who will take the win. They qualify for the Elite League going in and will eliminate Yellow Submarine. They had a cracking performance up in the upper bracket here. They even helped to eliminate 9 Pandas here. They had themselves a rematch, but 9 Pandas taking the victory within the grand finals.
Just a cheeky 127,000 damage by Kiyotaka on his Zeus as well. You know, just Zeus things. Anytime you've got percentage damage against some tanky heroes, BKBs eventually run out, Rage eventually runs out, and the time, unfortunately, for Yellow Submarine runs out. It is currently 10 a.m. here in Melbourne, Australia. I have been up all night casting this, and I don't know where else I would rather be. It's been an absolute pleasure to be able to cast this one. I'm going to ask to our producers, is there a way to see the teams that 9 Pandas could potentially be joining through in the Swiss stage at the actual tournament itself, just to build up some hype for the tournament? It's only a couple of weeks away. As we see there, already the graphic uploaded as well. And for everyone as well, make sure you hit follow on this channel because it's pretty sure it's where the majority of that Swiss stage action is going to be taking place. And of course, on the... is it the B or the C channel? One of the two is going to be where those SA qualifiers are ending as well. So make sure you have a quick look because there is still Elite League qualifier Dota to come. And we're going to have 9 Pandas flying the flag for Eastern Europe alongside Virtus Pro in that Swiss stage. So people from all around the world, really hard to pick a top 8 out of all of those teams. And this is going to be some fiercely contested Dota epi.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I'll be looking forward to see the performance that 9 Pandas will put up with within the Swiss stage. I mean, I wonder if there's going to be a few mistakes that they make, because they've really got to work on that, because there were a few chances where I think they could have won some games here and could have taken this 3-0 against Yellow Submarines. I think it's something that they need to work on here as a team, because that game as well, going for around about 90 minutes. But if they're able to perfect that, then I think they can do very, very well within the Elite League qualifying through.
Sure can. But again, it's been a pleasure covering it with yourself, Epi. Thank you, everyone, for your time in watching. Hopefully, the games were as enjoyable for you guys to watch as they were to cast. And I'm sure Epi and I will see you guys real soon. So, thank you very much. Good morning, good night, wherever you might be. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you later.